to another episode of India Roundup. We have some exciting news from the world of business and stocks. Do watch till the end of the program for a small quiz and get an opportunity to be featured in our next episode. Survey shows 58 Indian origin executives employ over 3.6 million people across 11 countries. The Indian sport a business leaders list of 58 executives head companies headquartered across 11 countries, including the United States, Canada, England, and Singapore. These companies have delivered annualized returns of 23% during the tenure of these executives, outperforming the S&P 500 by 10%. They collectively employ more than 3.6 million people and account for a combined $1 trillion in revenue, $4 trillion in market capitalization. These Indian origin business leaders are reaching the pinnacle of corporate success in greater numbers than ever. Many use their platforms for social change advocacy. The stereotype of Indian CEO is someone who represents the tech sector. But this list of CEOs dispels that myth, as these leaders represent many different sectors including banking, electronics, consumer goods, and consulting. India moves up a rank to become the second largest source of foreign direct investment for the United Kingdom. The Department for International Trade Inward Investment Statistics for 2019-2020 found India moving up from its previous spot, representing an overall 4% FDI increase for the United Kingdom in 2018-19. The number of Indian projects were 106, resulting in job creation figures of 4,858 last year, creating 5,420 new jobs in the UK this year. The US remains the number one source of FDI for the UK, delivering 462 projects. India's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, is now wealthier than Warren Buffett. The chairman of Reliance Industries Limited is now worth $68.3 billion, surpassing Buffett's $67.9 billion as of Thursday, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Shares of Ambani's Indian conglomerate have more than doubled since the low in March, as its digital unit got more than $15 billion in investment from companies including Facebook Inc. and Silver Lake. Mukesh Ambani has had a roller coaster 2020. While Ambani's wealth has jumped, he has become the only Asian tycoon in the exclusive club of the world's top 10 richest man last month. Buffett's fortune dropped this week after he gave away $2.9 billion to charity. Ambani is now the 8th richest person on the planet, and Buffett is 9th, according to the index, which started in 2012. Government's cost-cutting drive proposal to merge Central Board of Direct Taxes and Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs back on the table. As part of the government's efforts to contain the cost of operations amid increasing revenue loss, the proposal to merge the direct and indirect tax boards is back on the table, with a massive downsizing at all levels. These could include a freeze on hiring for the Indian Revenue Service, changes in retirement rules, merging job categories, shifting revenue offices to other departments, and curtailing allowances of employees, said official sources. At present, the two boards draft tax policies, and the Department of Revenue handles the budgets for carrying out their functions. Tata Sons in talks to acquire AirAsia India stake at a steep discount. Malaysian budget carrier AirAsia said earlier in the day that it was in talks to raise more than 1 billion ringgit, $234.52 million in funds a day after its auditor cast doubt on its ability to continue. Tata Sons will likely tie up with other financial investors to acquire AirAsia's 49% stake in the venture, according to the Business Standard newspaper report. Tata Sons declined to comment, and AirAsia did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India planning pandemic risk pool sets up panel. The IRDAI said it is considering proposal to set up a pandemic risk pool in order to address various risks which have been triggered by the COVID-19 pandemic and offer protection in case of a similar crisis in the future. A committee has been formed to recommend the structure and operating module for the pool. This is a form of risk management practiced by insurance companies that come together to form a pool and contribute money which can provide protection to insurance companies against catastrophic risks such as floods, earthquakes, or pandemic. Any claim will be taken care of by the pool. Insurers in India set up a terrorism risk pool with an initial corpus of rupees 200 crore after the 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center in New York. The terror pool surged after the Mumbai terror attack on November 26, 2008, when claims worth rupees 600 crore were disbursed. In India, uninsured losses from all catastrophes and man-made disasters were 84% of the total losses in current times. The central government and the state government are compensating for huge losses in natural disasters to the extent that they can, creating deep holes in the pockets of public finance.
When business is on your mind, you are on our mind. Sarovar Hotels and Resorts.
And now some news from the stock market. Sensex, Nifty and lower but close the week with gains. Market gains for the fourth consecutive week, Sensex and Nifty up 1.5% each. Nifty Banks gains 2.5%, Midcap Index 1.4% this week. Bajaj Finance, IndusInd Bank, SBI Bank are the top Nifty gainers this week. Adani Ports, ITC, ONGC are the top Nifty losers this week. Raghuram Rajan's bitter medicine for India is sell PSUs now, don't wait, the stock market is buoyant. Apart from talking on containing the virus, coming out with a COVID-19 vaccine, and battling for the inclusion of professionals like KV Kamath into the government, Raghuram Rajan also suggested the government to take the advantage of the recent surge in markets and called out for the fast-track process in PSUs. COVID-proof stocks, 12 posted 50% growth in quarter 4, 20 turned around businesses. March quarter earnings season has come to an end with some 152 BSE 500 firms posting a rise in their quarter 4 net profit, out of which 20 reported quarterly profit against losses in the corresponding quarter last year. Maharashtra Scooters reported over 150 times growth in the net profit. Bharat Dynamics posted 150% growth in quarter 4 bottom line, and Bharat Electronics 75% sales grew over 50% for both. Thanks for watching today's episode. Hope you liked it. Till then, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you next week.